Hi there and welcome to part 4 of how to use Flux Dev for beginners in replicate.com. Now today we're going to be covering steps. We've gone a little bit out of order in terms of the actual fields top down here, but I'm just going into an order that makes logical sense to me. So we will cover all of these over the course of the next few videos, but for the moment I just want to talk about number of inference steps. So this is an image. I've just created a new image for the purpose of this, very simple prompt. And I've locked the seed as well. So this was run at 28 inference steps. So this is the default value of steps. So the steps can be attributed to how many opportunities does the AI model have to refine the image to get it to where it needs to go or to where you want it to go. Too many steps and it can actually just waste time and money because it could get to a point of saturation of detail and then it's diminishing returns. But if you set it too low in order to make maybe the job cheaper and faster, you could then sacrifice detail which may be required to make the image look how you want it. So 28 is a good default here, a good starting point, and I'm going to do extremes here just to show you what we're talking about. So from 28 is the default value. I'm going to push this all the way up to 50. Okay. And I'm going to click run, and we've got the seed locked, so we should get a very similar image pushed to the maximum number of steps, and we'll see if we can notice any more detail on this image. Now it's probably not super clear. On this. I'm just going to bring up on my second screen the previous image to see if I can see any notable differences. And not really. So I can't bring it up on my main monitor at the moment. I've got some kind of an issue. It doesn't want to seem to drag over onto the main screen. But this image actually looks almost identical to the one with 28 steps. But the problem is now, if you were using this, that would have taken more GPU power and you would have been charged more as a result. So this is an example of diminishing returns. Now, if you've got images in certain other circumstances that have a lot more of the image in focus with lots of fine details across the whole image, then you may justify going above 28, but I would almost never take it all the way to 50. But what's going to make the most difference visually is if we go a lot the other way. So let's go down to 10, which is very low. I would never normally go this low. And we'll click run. And hopefully you'll be able to see a difference between these two. So now we've got an image that the composition's changed slightly, but if you can see on the screen, if I just put this up onto the monitor, you can see this kind of, or hopefully you can see, there's this kind of repeated pattern all over the cat's fur, and the detail's really lacking, everything looks mushy, and this looks like an image that you might get off a lower performing AI model than Flux if you've used any sort of less premium AI models in the past, on like free ones online you may have seen. You get something that looks a bit more like this, and that's because a lot of the free options online of various things, they're running on reduced step counts to keep it cheaper on their end. So we can really demonstrate this by taking the step. Let's see how low it will let us go. 1, right? So to really emphasize, I mean, this is probably going to look ridiculous, but just for the sake of experimentation, let's see what happens if we do it in 1 step. So there we go. So that is the first step out of 28 of it determining what your image is. And it's actually quite interesting because you could say on a project, if you were generating a lot of different images that were very similar, you might, for example, figure out that one run at 20 steps is actually enough to give you what you need for your images. So you might look at that and go, well, actually 20 steps does fine for me, and that's going to be a bit cheaper, it's going to be a bit quicker. So for the rest of my images of this kitten I'm going to generate, I'm going to do them all at 20 steps to save a little bit of time and money. So that's definitely something to experiment with. And although 28 is a good starting point, you can go lower, of course you can, but dipping below 20 is probably going to be detrimental to the image, and going above, I would say 35 or 40 just does not make any sense for the use case in this. So that's basic steps, and that's how you use them and utilize them to either improve the detail in your image or scale it back for hopefully still a usable result, but with a cheaper and a faster option. That's it for this one. I'll see you in the next video.